Hi everyone. The last module was resistance to change. Hope you understood different types of resistances emerges within the organization when a change is proposed by the management, right? So in continuation to that, in this video module, you will learn change process or change model, right? Uh, as a learning objective, you will find out different stages in the change process, how change happens, how to bring change in the organizations. As a manager tomorrow, you need to bring change in the organizations, right? When you want to bring change in the organizations, definitely you will find people opposing your proposal of change, right? Resistance is there. So by overcoming that resistance, right? So you have to bring the change in the organization and by following some methods, right? So you'll just find out what are these the stages or steps in the changing process. So the changing process or change model is proposed by Kurt Lewins. The Kurt Lewins, the change model is, right? So there are three stages in bringing the change. First of all, one has to follow the unfreezing the stage, right? Unfreezing is the first stage in bringing the change in the organizations. So unfreezing change, so the create the motivation to change, right? And encourage the replacement of old behavior attitude with those desired by management. Uh, installs devising ways to reduce barriers to change and create psychological safety, right? It is something unfreezing. It is like the preparing the mind, preparation stage, and preparing everyone mentally, and then giving complete informations in unfreezing stage, because it is like ice. When ice is there in the freeze, right? You take it out and then unfreeze it, right? Let it become liquid. Okay, so to make it liquid, so what we have to do that in unfreezing stage, we have to give the complete information. You motivate them, tell them that, so what type of the change is going to happen and why it is happening, what are the benefits if you bring the changes in the organizations. So with this kind of information, you can see that no, the employees will be getting ready and then accept the change. That is unfreezing stage. When there is an unfreeze, in the sense when you just make them ready and then prepare them to accept the change. So that is the fatal the stage and then condition to introduce the change. So when you have unfreeze in place and then system is ready to bring change, then the second level is introduce change, that is changing. So in this level, provide new information, new behavioral models, and new ways of looking at the things, and help the employees learn new concepts and then points of use and role models and then mentor experts and benchmarking the result and the training and useful mechanisms to facilitate the change. So you can see that in the changing level, you just introduce a complete whatever you want and whatever the way you want to bring the change. So the change you just introduce in that. Okay, so then inform them everything and then let them learn new things in this stage, in this changing stage. Once they they learn everything, and that slowly brings the change among all the people. So once the change comes, then again, so you try to refreeze it. So in the refreezing stage, helps the employees integrate the changed behavior or attitude into their normal ways of doing things. And the positive reinforcement is used to reinforce their desired the change, and coaching and modeling helps they reinforce the stability of the changes. So you can see that whatever the change that happened, so you to bring the stability and sustainability, then refreeze that. Again, you just know whatever the new thing that that came, a new thing just you standardize, and then see that it will not be deviated and then disturbed in the next phase stage. So in that you can see that, so that unfreeze, the change, and the refreeze. It is like when it is a solid, so then you make it liquid, and when it is a liquid, then again you make it solid, and then so the first solid, and then after bringing the change, the second level solid, both are different, right? The unfreeze level, the old system, and the refreezing level, new system. So new system level, you can see a different composition, different color and complex, and the new methods and mechanisms are there in place, right? So that is actually three levels of Cut-Levin's the change model or change process. So further, if you look at the another model like ADKR model. So ADKR model is something. A stands for awareness of the need for change. D stands for desire to support the change, knowledge on how to change, and ability to implement new skills, and reinforcement to cement the change. So we have to reinforce and then stabilize and then standardize, sustain the change that is there. So this you can see, in the change management, the channels, and then ADK are the phase of the changes. The communication is something related to knowledge and awareness. Then sponsored roadmap is something related to awareness, and then the desire, because they know that if they develop the some kind of the positive thing about the change. The training is something related to knowledge, because new knowledge they have to acquire, and the resistance to the management, something related to desire, maybe positive or negative. Okay, so then the coaching is something related to all the desire, and then you can see the knowledge, ability, and the reinforcement. So as a whole, you can see that the coaching and then the training. So these are the two major things that will try to bring the expected result, desired result out of this the change management activity, right? So with this, let me stop here, and then hope you understood the change process or change model, especially Cut-Levin's unfreezing and changing and refreezing. So thank you very much, and looking forward to meet you in the video 84.